aren't the droids we're looking for.
I got a bad feeling about this.
It's them! Blast them!
What is up, guys? I hope that you are having a great day. I wanted to apologize for the slower release on this one. Unfortunately, our world kind of changed last weekend with the new 2.0 version of Legion, or whatever you want to call it, 2.6 technically. So that really shook things up. I had some content lined up for you guys that was supposed to be releasing. However, all of it is irrelevant now. So we are just going back to the drawing board, kind of starting over. And this week, I just thought that I would share some of my initial thoughts for Legion 2.6 or 2.0 or whatever you want to call it. Rulebook is 2.6. I don't have a ton to share. That's not really the kind of content that I post. There's lots of good podcasts that talk in detail about it, and you should check those out. Overall, I would say I'm excited for the changes. I'm excited for just trying new things. I'll be honest, a lot of the objectives just kind of feel like intercept the transmissions, just in different locations with some flavor. But I'm excited for the secondaries and the advantages, and it's going to be really different and unique. And so I'm really excited about that. If you need physical tools for playing this new version of the game, I have them linked below, and you can use the coupon code YouTube22 for 10% off of those tools. Now, I also thought that I would talk about my experience at the Lone Star Open and show you some photos. It was kind of the last hurrah for me for the 800 point Legion, and I feel like I had a really good showing, and I'm really proud of how I did in that tournament. And so I'm going to show you some photos. Some of the games, a game or two I forgot to take photos of, so I'm really sorry. And as I'm recording, I don't actually remember which ones I did and didn't take photos of. So I'm just going to talk about them, and some photos might pop up on the screen, some videos might pop up on the screen of those games, and I hope you enjoy it. First off, my first round I played, well, let me back up. I played my Krennic and Inquisitor list that I've been beating to death on the channel as of late, and ran double Inquisitor with Krennic, and it's a Highlander list, so there's no duplicate units at all. It's Krennic, Inquisitors, Snowtroopers with the medic, Shorts with the heavy, mortar, and then I've got Death Troopers with comms relay and the heavy. I've got IRG with just protector. I've got range troopers, and is that it? Did I get everything? There's 9X in there. I think that was right. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's got a lot of tricks that people don't think about. So yeah, first round, I had a 1 point bid. First round, we ended up playing Hostile Environment, Major Offensive, and Hostage Exchange. I played against a CAD Asajj list, and I did something in this very first game that I have never ever done before, and I felt like it was one of my biggest big brain plays that I've ever pulled off in a Legion match. However, I'll never get to pull it off again. So I used my mortar, who is my hostage carrier, to double move towards a Bane token that was at range 1 of his hostage carrier, and I thought that might be the bomb because it's really close to my units. Sure enough, it was the bomb, and my only unit that was at range 1 of that bomb was my hostage carrier, who's immune enemy effects turn 1. Well, guess what? A Bane bomb is not an enemy effect and can affect friendly unit, a friendly hostage carrier turn 1. So his hostage carrier ended up taking 4 wounds from this Bane bomb turn 1, and then I also was able to all but pick up a BX Commando squad with the sniper in it and shields. I was able to shoot them down turn 1, and it just really swung it my way. I ended up winning that one 2-0 on hostage exchange, and was able to prevent him from picking up that hostage. after that. Next, I played a young kid named Cooper who comes out. He comes out to our local tournament sometimes in Oklahoma. However, he's from the Wichita area. Really good kid. He actually gave me the biggest run for my money this whole tournament. He ran a Yoda double clone commando list, and it was gross. He killed 480 points of mine. I killed 85 of his, and we played intercept the transmissions, but that is not right. That is marked intercept the transmissions. We actually played sabotage the moisture evaporators, and I ended up winning that one 4-3. I ended up bum rushing one of his evaporators and was just able to tap it down away from him. He got to it and started to tap it back up, but just could not do enough taps to even out the score to where he would win off of kill points. Third round, I played a guy named Mike, my first Empire versus Empire. He was running Vader, double shores with the heavy, double mortars, double sniper strike teams, and double range troopers with the impact gun. I was able to sneak that out on kill points. We did play intercept the transmissions on that one. I ceded the first 3 points to him as Vader just was in a position that was just going to prevent me from scoring, and I also did not want to dive my Inquisitors that early. I think that that one actually ended up being 4-3, and we again just entered the score wrong because we only made it to turn 4 where we double scored the objective. So it should have been 4-3 because he didn't score any intercept points that turn 4 that we had a hard dice down. So I ended up going 3-0 day 1, was feeling pretty good about how things went, and then day 2 hits and I get paired up against a guy named Kevin from 5280 Legion. He's an excellent player, a ton of fun to play with. He pummeled me in 2023 at the Lone Star Open, and this year I was able to sneak out a win against him. He was running a crazy list, definitely one of the coolest lists at LSO. He was running a lat with Commander Fox, and then 3 Wookiees and Bad Batch. 3 Battle Shield Wookiees, Bad Batch, Padme, and 3 Naked Phase 1s, and it was just a really in-your-face list, and basically I was just kind of able to shut down his 3-pip with Bad Batch by charging in my Royal Guard into base contact to prevent him from running up into my lines and just shooting me to smithereens. And then he wasn't able to get all of his Wookiees to hit at once. I was able to shoot his Wookiees on the way in, and I was able to end up scoring my safe key position, the center key position, and then I actually panicked his safe key position from scoring, but he was able to score secret mission with Padme for 1 victory point. And then let's see, round 5. Okay, round 5 was streamed, and I am going to drop the link in the description of this video. I played the infamous Austin Miller, and boy was that a game. That was one of the closest games of Legion I've ever played. It was a really great fight down to the end. I killed a ton of stuff. I killed Luke turn 3 kind of by a misplay, taking advantage off of a misplay by Austin, but man, Austin just did all of the right things at all of the right time and prevented me from being able to get my payload cart to touch by blocking with bus. You can watch that game below. It was a heck of a game, well worth the time to watch. It was round 2 of the day 2 stream. It was the top 4. So I made it to the top, to the semifinal, if you will. Being a straight Swiss, that's not exactly how it works, but I was happy to make it to the top 4. Ended up losing 4-2 because he also scored secret mission with R2. I had him in melee and just wasn't able to get the dice to kill him. It basically came down to turn 5. I was trying to. He had comms jammers everywhere, and I was just trying to desperately pull 7th Sister in order to kill a bus, and then turn 6 I could send 7th Sister into R2 to kill R2 to tie it on objectives and win it via kill points. However, I was not able to pull Sister fast enough before he engaged to Sister with some fleet troopers or rebel troopers or something like that, and prevented me from doing what I need to. Last match, round 6, I ended up getting paired against Colton. You've seen Colton on our battle reports here. Colton also lost in the top 4. We got paired against each other, and Colton ended up sneaking that one out 3-2 on recover the supplies. Colton is playing a crazy awesome objective-oriented list with Wicket and Bad Batch and a bunch of Ewoks and Han and Chewie, and it just does gross things. His battle deck is all oriented around what his list wanted to do, and it basically came down to me trying to kill Han turn 6 to make one of his box carriers panic without rolling off suppression from Annihilation Looms, and we ended up being 1 wound short on killing Han. He lived with 1 wound left, which kept that courage bubble for his units, preventing them from dropping their supplies as they failed recover rolls. So I ended up going 4-2, finished 9th overall, but I was in the top 4 game, a game out of the championship, and then Colton ended up getting 2nd, and we had the same SOS. So had I won that game against Colton, I would have finished 2nd. So I feel really good with how that outing was. LSO is a great tournament. Zane did an amazing job running it. It was a great time as always. And I'm really glad that I got to be a part of one of the last major 800-point Legion tournaments. I hope you enjoyed this. I'm actually going to be filming a game with Colton with the new rules in the next day or 2, and then I hope to release that within 2 weeks from now and get back on a consistent release schedule for you guys going head first into New Legion. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.